Hey guys, now in today's video, we're going to be talking about this ultra portable projector. Hold on one second. Yeah, now that's more like it. We're talking about the Mogo 3 Pro, which is a ultra portable projector that is self-powered, has Android TV, and is going to give you images unlike anything that you've ever seen before in a small compact package like this. We're going to do an EBP Man style video test. We're going to also check out all the features, and you're going to see why this could be your next TV appliance, because it's more than a projector, for your home, for your dorm, for your home office, for your office. Hey, let's go check out the Mogo 3 Pro. Now, the Mogo 3 Pro is an ultra portable projector, and as you saw, yeah, it is comparable to the size of this coffee mug. Pretty small, but packed with capabilities. 120-inch screen, 450 ISO lumen brightness, and 1080p coming out of this little guy right here. And the nice thing about this, or the cool thing about this, is that it's 90% DCI P3 color gamut compliant. That means that you're going to get fantastic images, great color. You're going to be able to enjoy all of the content that you watch at home from a standard television in a dorm room, in, let's say, a studio apartment, wherever you're traveling. You can use this while camping and getting an amazing experience, not only on the wall in front of you, but even on the ceiling. Literally has 130 degree angle rotation. So this little guy right here, watch this. Woo-hoo-hoo! It turns, and as it's turning, it's almost like a spotlight projector that's projecting in front, in an angle, in the ceiling, and it automatically adjusts itself as you're doing that shift. The cool thing also, and this is something I always get the question on, it has Netflix. It's licensed Netflix. So this is the full functioning version of Netflix. You don't have to worry about side loading. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It comes with the official version, which will be updated, and you'll be able to stream all of their content. It has dual 5-watt Harman Kardon speakers, Dolby Audio support, intelligent obstacle avoidance. So if you're pointing it on the wall, and let's say there's a picture frame, it will kind of like scoot over to the left or scoot over to the right to give you the best image. It does auto keystoning. So as you're turning it up and turning it down, it basically will adjust. It has intelligent screen alignment as well. So if you happen to have a screen or something that could be used as a screen, it will adjust itself. USB and micro HDMI. As I mentioned, this little guy here also has Android TV built in. So every single streaming service that you can consume is going to be available. Now, from a connectivity perspective, you can spec Wi-Fi 5, Bluetooth 5.1, because you can actually use this as a speaker. As it's in this mode here, you can actually have a little mood light will come out, and you'll be able to listen to this as if it were a speaker with the Harman Kardon audio that you could get from here. You have a 20,000 milliamp hour that's going to give you 2.5 hours of playtime, power-based stand. You're going to see this. It's very portable, something that you'll be able to disassemble and assemble quickly. It has a really nice travel case, and that travel case is weather-resistant as well. It's made out of some plain leather material, but it's really, really sharp. Now, if that wasn't enough, it also comes with a creative optical filter, or not. Now, if that wasn't enough, you can also get this creative optical filter that's going to give you 5 times the projection, and it just illuminates the entire area. We're going to see how this works. It creates kind of like this atmosphere that you're in. So let's take a closer look at the projector. We'll take a look at some of the attributes, but really this is about watching it on. So we'll turn it on, and we'll go through the menus. We'll do some streaming tests so you can see what you can expect. All right, so let's take a look at everything that we have here. There's quite a bit of accessories, so we'll leave the projector for last. So the first thing I want to just highlight is a travel pouch or case. It's actually a travel case. Real nice material. Notice how it looks on the inside. Your projector goes in here, snaps into place, and it has this nice strap that you can carry with you. Very nice, very durable, and also very stylish. This is something that, you know, if I had it in a dorm or in an office or in a small apartment, this is definitely something that would stand out, and I'd keep it out because it's that good looking. The next thing that we'll take a look at is this thing right here that at first glance you're probably wondering, what is that? Well, this is the stand. And the cool thing about this is that you can put this in a backpack and take it with you. Like, remember, we said that you could actually use this for camping or use this in another setting. Well, this is a stand that raises it so that you can have it at a good eye level and project on a specific wall. Now, keep in mind that you could still have this on the floor and in the angle and it's going to adjust. But the cool thing about this is that not only, check this out, it has these feet that come out, right? Just like if you had a monopod. But it also then has a battery. So this entire component right here weighs a little bit more because it's a battery. So it's going to power it's a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. It's going to power the projector for a couple hours. And you can see your USB in, and then you can see your power. And the cool thing about this is that you can use this power, charge it as it's running at the same time. So I think that that's pretty spectacular. Comes with this USB cable for that solution there. And then this, we're going to see this running, because this is, you're going to look at it and you're going to say, wow, what is that? It looks cool. But you have to see it on to really appreciate it. So this right here that comes in this little box is an adapter that gets connected to the lens. You can see how it's almost like if it's like has glasses. It has, no jokes, serious magnification. I'm going to bring it up to my eyes so you can see it. And I can see significant magnification there. Yeah, there's a lot. And this is going to give a really nice spatial display that you're going to see once we have this running. Super duper cool again, nice function. You'll see how that works. Now, the projector. This is where it's all at. So you have a remote, and you'll notice here by the remote that the remote does have all of the standard functions. You notice a lot of the streaming services that you use are there. And it's a remote, right? So battery based. It does pair. It's not a line of sight type remote. It's actually connected. It's actually paired to the projector, so you don't have to have it like pointing at it for it to work. So move this over to the side. The projector now. And with the projector, a lot of cool stuff here. So first of all, you notice right here that you have charging, or actually you have your your HDMI coming out. You also have, so you have one HDMI port right there, and then you also have your USB coming out there, right? So it doesn't use a standard HDMI. It uses one of the smaller ones for that specific spot. So there's a converter that you'd have to get. And then over here, you'll notice that you have the USB-C charging port in the back. It does come with a power brick, but you could use another brick if you needed to, and the power button. You'll notice here that you have a speaker going all the way around, right? At the very bottom, it's threaded, so you can actually have a thread there. And then you'll notice here in the back, you have this nice little lanyard that you can use to carry it with with you wherever you're going. Now I'm going to put this or lock this into place. Just want to show you some of the flexibility that it has. So the projector, once you're having it sit down, you basically would do one of these things, and you would have it pointing at your wall. And the cool thing about this is the image of the screen will be distorted, and then it will auto adjust. Right? I'll go over here. This is as high as it will go. And then if you notice how it keeps on going. These are all viewing angles, right? So if you think about all those viewing angles that you're getting right there, that's the kind of viewing. And then when you push it down all the way, the actual, it illuminates and it becomes a speaker. So imagine in your dorm, imagine in your home, having this, listening to music. It's not taking up much space at all because you can see how small this is. And all of a sudden say, hey, you want to watch a movie? Sure. And then you just like, boop, 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 take this out, and now you're watching a movie, and people's mind are just going to blow up. They're going to go, what is going on here? Because that's how cool this is, and that's how small it is. So really cool, small, and I can tell you, I've already been testing this and running this. It performs really well for the compact nature. I will say that at 450, which is what we saw in the brightness, this is probably more suited for darker environments. It doesn't do well in very bright situations. So I would look at a room that you can control the lighting. Going to do fine, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm really digging the setup and the way this projector is almost like a spotlight pointing towards my screen. And as you can see right here, also the way it's set up with the power coming into the actual power, I would say monopod, that is also doubling as a stand, and you can see how this goes all the way down to the floor, really gives it a really nice aesthetic. And once again, once you're done watching movies, what you could do is you can just put this away by just flipping it down. And then once you flip it down, the color is going to change, and it goes into like a speaker mode. So now if I've connected this to my phone, I can actually use this as a Bluetooth speaker. Gotta love this. I'm a sucker for anything that glows. Sorry, looks great. And don't forget that the actual stick itself is actually powering the Mogo. Now, there are a couple standout features of the projector when it comes to the operating system. First of all, the fact that this has Android TV built in and you have basically every streaming service available makes this incredibly powerful as a solution. It also sounds really, really well. Keep in mind that this projector can be used in projector mode or as a TV, or it could be used as a speaker. And I love the fact that, you know, if you're again in a very limited space, you can just flip it to where it's you'll see this in a second, where the actual laser is pointing downward, or the actual projector is pointing downward, and then it becomes like if it was a standing speaker on the side. And then that again, power stand, because it's not just a monopod, but it's also a battery, gives you a really nice aesthetic look to the projector. Now here, as you can see, I have Android TV, and I'm just going to go down for a second and show you that there's a couple things that are going on here. First of all, you can see that we have, you know, Netflix, which is one of the key things. Netflix built in is important. This is a certified Netflix projector, which means that that is the official Netflix app, which also means that you're not going to run into any problems when it comes to future updates. That's important. I always get this question with a lot of projectors, and sometimes there are projectors that don't have Netflix built in, and then that becomes a problem. You can see all the other services that are here. You can see that you have Amazon Prime, you have all these other services, including YouTube TV, that you can access. Now, we're going to go into the menu so you can see some of the options. Now, here on the menu, there's a couple things that we can configure. First of all, we do have the ability to set a screensaver, your inputs. Let's go into picture just to take a look at what's in this area for a second. So here in the picture area, we'll just go back out. Went a little bit too fast there. Oh, that was too fast for me. I'm going to go back, and you can see I have a couple things going on here. We have picture mode. I did increase the brightness because of the screen itself a little bit, but here you can go from standard, you can go to office mode, you can actually switch to game mode, and like I have connected my Nintendo Switch to this, and this works extremely well with the Nintendo Switch. And then you have your actually user-defined mode. We're going to go ahead and get out of this for a second, and we'll go back to the menu, and we'll go into the actual setting. Let's go right here at the very top. A couple things I want to show you here. So basically what you have here is your projector mode, and you do have keystoning. Everything gets automatic set up. I'm telling you, I did not have to adjust this projector to fit into this frame and for it to align. It automatically did it. I'm going to show you that in a second. You have auto keystone correction, keystone settings, right? So you can have it do keystone on startup. There's auto obstacle avoidance. So if there was a picture frame, a light fixture that was on the wall, it will move the image so that it's not you know, impeding the screen itself from you watching your movie. You have auto screen alignment, and that's what I use for this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get out for a second. And what I'm going to do is just show you what I could do is I can actually tilt this screen up, and we're going to see how this auto keystone correction takes place, because again, this is going to be the cool thing. So I'm going to come in front right by the projector, so you may see my head, and I'm going to bring it up. And what we'll do is in a couple seconds, it's going to go ahead and try to adjust. You can see there's something going on at the top. Let me tilt up so you can see that. And you're going to see that it is going to adjust and try to give me the best view for keystone correction. Now, that has been set up. Now, while this looks like it's kind of weird, right, because of the camera setting, if I am on the floor, if I am on the floor looking at this, this is the perfect view if I want to watch something on the ceiling. And believe me, I've done this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the camera down again, and we're going to see what it's going to do to that screen right there. I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to the actual screen. I'm going to tilt this down because we know that this is going to be off. And watch the auto magic happen. So it's going to go ahead and try to focus. It's going to try to adjust itself. And notice what it did right there. Isn't that crazy? It actually is fitting itself to the screen that I have in front of me. What else can you ask for? and it's fast. That was really fast for it to auto adjust just like that. So this is the power, again, of a projector like this, that it just is able to do these kind of cool things. There's image zooming, there's image displacement, image rotation. I just have to say that you can make this work on any wall. You can make this work in any situation because of how smart this projector is. So you do have focus as well, autofocus, manual focus, learning focus. There's a lot of stuff you can do. You could actually set this up for rear projection. And there's an atmosphere setting that we're going to see a little bit later that I'm going to show you. But, it's just super flexible. Now, again, this is going to be using your Google account to connect. And as you saw from our video experience, and we'll go ahead and run the video, it does very well when it comes to also video settings. But again, this projector is again going to give you a lot of flexibility when it comes to where you use it, when you use it, and how you use it. Now I'm running some of the sample video footage that I have here just to give you a sense of what kind of video quality you're going to get. And while this isn't the brightest projector, again, because of the price point, it still does really well. This is a great image for the fact that A, this is projecting on a screen that isn't really designed for this type of projector. B, the fact that it is also not the brightest projector when it comes to like 2,000, 3,000 lumens, but you can see how well it's doing here. This, for the price point and for, again, the audience that this is focused on, the uses that I've been sharing with you, is really, really a good projector. We've have connected it to our PlayStation. It does have I have a micro HDMI connector that I use just to test things out. We use also our Nintendo Switch, works really well with that as well. And then again, I love the fact that this audio in this projector is also very impressive. The Harman Kardon sound is really good. So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.